It was literally kind of scrawled down on a piece of paper, and it started something like, cars roll into town. They're looking for a girl. They're flashing a picture around, and she's on the run from her family. And it kind of just built from there. But it was always this idea, though, as a kind of modern-day Western, that just as a kind of a concept, taking a Western and transposing it to Yorkshire.
She work in the salon.
6 महीने पहले ही रहा 10 ने इतना वक्त ना होया क्यों भी तक ना चेक मार के सलान है
The script evolved massively, mainly due to the extended casting process. So we were constantly meeting people, you know, we'd be in snooker clubs in Bradford, street casting, kind of, you know, listening to stories, and kind of that informed it. That informed the script. There was one particular meeting that really informed the script. It was with a British Pakistani girl and her white boyfriend who she'd run away with, and she was on the run from her family, and we went to her house and just had an afternoon just kind of drinking tea and talking, and that really informed it.
I was street cast. I was approached on the street and said, there's a movie we're starting, would you like to come to an audition? And I said, yeah, I'll think about it, and I ended up going. Most of it would be me being myself, but yeah, it was... A few people said, just do what you feel is right, but if you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it. And then when somebody else came along, like either Conor or with Wasim, it was just... I asked them for help. I said, right, what would I do if this happened or that happened? They would give me a bit of advice, but when we was working together, it was just felt normal and felt like we were doing it. We've done it before, and it just, yeah, it weren't. It was a good energy.
Anna, caravan. I know. I'm going to have to go. I'll speak soon. Hey. Okay, love you. Right, bye-bye. Bye. What's this?
Got you a milkshake? Oh, we got on straight away. As you know, we're good friends, so I think it just made it easier for us to look like we're in love or whatever it is. Yeah, so because we got on and we were just offset, we were chatting to each other and just normal. It made it easier for us to be able to work together as we needed to.
I had to go and do a scene in character months before we started shooting. I had to do live calls for this, so I was going about my daily business, and Daniel would say, you're going to get a call from somebody, you need to be in character, and it's going to be used in the film, so make sure you know what's going on. He knows what he wants, and he goes for it, which is good because there's no time that's wasted. You just get the final result as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
In terms of the actual kind of thriller side of it, we always knew we wanted to push it, so I picked up a newspaper, and there was a honour crime mentioning that, and then I started kind of researching, and there was a particular case where it was the use of 2 hired white thugs, the press saying bounty hunters, and it felt like an interesting hook, an interesting way into the material that this premeditated murder had become a commercial transaction. So there were these, you know, white guys working for these British Pakistanis. And then I think we got more and more interested in, you'd read news stories about, you know, not any particular crime, how a news story lays it out. A group of men met on the A1 at 1:30, you know, and then they proceeded to... So we wanted to look at it in a quite matter-of-fact way, so we definitely wanted to have this very matter-of-fact build, quite slow matter-of-fact build, and then suddenly bring in, you know, ratchets up the tension.
So you two on a mission, yeah?
No.
No? पता तेन बंदे लभ रहे हैं थानू दोवां नू बंदे उत्थे बेस ते आए सी लभ रहे सी थानू देख रहे सी एनू देखे उन्ने देखे मैं किस को नहीं देखे ऐ ना फिकर नू कर तू
नहीं पता तुसी क्या करने पे
अच्छा कुछ नहीं पता हुन
No, what's she saying?
हां पता ਇਹਦਾ ਨਤੀਜਾ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਭੈੜਾ ਨਤੀਜਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਇਹਦਾ
But I didn't know what was going to happen. I was just told I'm running away, some boys are going to be after me, but on each scene I was doing, I was just told a little bit of a description. So I didn't know what was happening. I never read a script. He didn't want me to know anything because I think he wanted the first reactions of the things that were going to happen. So something like meeting whatever one of the boys or something, and the way it acted the first time, I might not have been able to do that again.
Just the idea that it would be set in one night, because it could have been set over 2 or 3 weeks, you know, which would have worked as well. But there was just we really had this feeling, my brother and I, let's do something over one night, where it just every scene kind of really pushes into the next scene. Every day was a learning experience, obviously, because, you know, you work in commercials and I mean, there's, you know, in a day, or you could have a 3-day commercial shoot where you have to film one scene in a kitchen, so, you know, you can take your time. But having said that, a lot of that is discussing it with the agency creatives, the clients. So obviously with this, it's just, well, when I call cut and move on, then we can. But the pace was, you know, it's quite demanding. And exciting, you know, you kind of look at schedule, oh, by lunchtime we've got to do 3 pages of dialogue. Okay, right, let's get going, so yeah.
I want our family to be peace. I want everything to be the way it used to be. You're my baby sister. Get your stuff, come on.
You were in Pakistan, you left me.
Do you know how it feels to be in between you and Dad all the time? Any little thing, I have to deal with it.
You threatened to kill me.
Do you blame him?
A lot of the cinema I'm drawn to is heightened, and we didn't want to do a kind of realist take on the material. We wanted to present something hopefully a bit more mythological and kind of pare everything back so it's, you know, you don't see, it's almost a stage for these characters.